down on my trusty knee pad. Sure glad I have that. Okay, where these wires are, I want to get the rubber or the gasket material away just a little bit more, just to see. Actually, I think it's going to be all right. Usually I try to cut those off further. Not the actual wires, but the sheathing around the wires so that I can bend these more. But these are flexing pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that. Okay, now what to do? We got 4 wires, black and white, a white and a black. You remember we got the 2 ground wires back here, so actually I think I will have to cut the sheathing off because I want to get to these ground wires further. I got to put a splice cap on here and connect those 2 wires with another copper wire. Okay. So cut your sheathing back as far as you can reach back there. You have to get one out of the way, slide this one down, move my gloves so that I can get back in here. Okay, I just split the sheathing a little bit. In most cases I try to cut it off, but it's so far back in there I can't really get to it, but it's okay. I'm just scoring the sheathing with the sharp sheetrock knife. That way I've got more flex now. I can leave that in there. Okay, so that's the next step. Okay, I've pulled these wires out straight and I've got the 2 ground wires back there. Now I need to connect those together and I need a little pigtail sticking out. Now when we started, I didn't have any wire. Well, you either have to pick up a little piece of wire at the store, or whenever you, if you start working on your own little projects like this, eventually you're going to get some extra wires. So I saved some wire from last time. Here's my copper wire, and I'm going to use this for a ground wire. I'm going to put that inside the box. I've got this little cap here. It's called a splice cap. And I'm going to put that on there like that. And then I'm going to pull those 2 together, and I'm going to put this over all 3 pieces. And it's kind of tricky. And then I'm going to clamp that down, smash it with a pair of pliers. I've also got my cutters, my strippers. I can grab it and do it that way. And then fold the ends over. Now you can do it that way. There's also one other way to do it, and I'm going to show you that as well. Alright, the other way I can do it is take a splice nut here, and I've just bent the ground wire back, and I can hold that up to the other 2 and I can screw this all together. And I think that's what I'm going to do for this one here. It'll give me a better, tighter connection. Okay, I'm going to do that and tighten that sucker up that way using that. Okay, so I've got to get those down tight together. Hold that there. I got to tighten those down. These other wires out of my way. It's hard to get in there because usually you don't have ground wires short like that. Okay, so I can take a pair of pliers here and just keep twisting. Sometimes these little wire nuts have some tabs on there, some ears, and you can take your thumbs and grab that and use that. But on the other chance that it doesn't, you can do this. Just tighten that up snug. Okay, now that's much better. We can check that. I can push that into the box, and I can have this tail coming out of here, and we can use this for a ground wire. I can cut that off. Once you have that tight, you want to check this wire that you got in there and make sure that it feels tight and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? You've got these ground wires situated behind the white wires and the black wires, so that when you push this back, you want to push this back to the very back of the box. Okay, hold the other wires and just get that back in there as far as you can go. Okay, and we know the ground wire is going to be situated to the bottom left-hand side of the box. So I got it pushed in there, way back in there, so that when I push my new plug in there, it's not going to affect anything. I got the wire nut all the way back there. Now I got those ground wires properly grounded, and I'm going to hook that to the new plug. Okay?